morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you guys are watching from. Ty Talk Sports here, and welcome to the NBA offseason, the season of the year where madness can happen at any given moment, and we have reached that first madness moment here in this offseason as Bradley Beal has been traded to the Phoenix Suns. And we're going to break down this trade, see what each team got in this deal, who won it, and then we're going to also look about how both of these teams will then advance from this point on after making this deal. If you guys are not subscribed yet, go down below and hit that red subscribe button. 98% of my viewers who watch my videos are not subscribed. If that number can just shrink down to 90, this channel can grow so much more, and we can promote this channel all across the platform. So if you guys are not subscribed, do me a quick favor, just hit that red button. So let's get into the trade. What did each team get? Well, the Suns, they just got Bradley Beal, but for what they gave up, it's unbelievable. The Wizards are going to receive Chris Paul, Landry Shamet, and multiple second-round picks and pick swaps. And realistically, Chris Paul is not going to be a Wizard at the start of next season. That feels like, honestly, a given. I think Chris Paul will be waived in a matter of days, and he will hit the free agent market this offseason. So realistically, the Wizards traded Bradley Beal for just Landry Shamet and second-round picks, which is one of the most one-sided deals probably in NBA history, as the Wizards will be hitting just the full reset button. They are going to rebuild, and they are going to move on, as they have the 8th pick in this year's draft, and they have had multiple top 10 picks in the last few years, and they are just going for it all. Reset button. They also have Kristaps Porzingis on the roster, who I think will not be around much longer as well. I think they're going to try and get a couple picks and maybe a young player for him as well. This just seems like something where Washington is just ready to completely flip the script. And it really feels like that they got finesse for what Phoenix was able to get. And a star player like Bradley Beal and the huge contract he is on as well. They didn't even get a first-round pick for a guy like him, who's definitely an all-star level player, which is crazy to see how value in the NBA per trades really can shift. I mean, we saw Rudy Gobert go for 5 first-round picks and 4 players last year. I mean, the market never stays the same. And it's crazy to see how much it can change throughout the years. So let's look at Phoenix real quick. So obviously Phoenix gets Bradley Beal to pair him up with Devin Booker, KD, and DeAndre Ayton, what seems like another super team in Kevin Durant's career. And they only have 5 players under contract of Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, KD, Ayton, and Cameron Payne. So they're going to have to do some serious work in the offseason if they want to try and build a fully legit team. And there's also so much cap space being used between 3 players. Bradley Beal has the 4th highest contract in the NBA. Devin Booker is somewhere, and KD, I'm pretty sure they're both somewhere in that top 10, and it is going to be a real challenge to see how they're going to respond in free agency, because obviously they don't have a lot of money to spend on this very talented free agency draft class. I feel like that immediately puts them out of the James Harden and Kyrie Irving sweepstakes, as it seems like they were going to be a team who might have been in the running, but now that they traded for Bradley Beal, it seems like all bets are off when it comes to that deal. We're going to see how it's going to affect both teams almost instantly. Like I said, the Wizards have the 8th pick, and so I see them taking a guy like Cason Wallace or Anthony Black at that position. I think they could trade Kristaps Porzingis. There are rumors maybe that they were trying to trade Porzingis somewhere to Portland for maybe that 3rd pick. If I'm Damian Lillard and they traded for Kristaps Porzingis, I would not show up at all. But we're not going to talk about Portland right now. Obviously, we just need to focus on these teams. It's going to be interesting to see how both of these teams are going to respond. Obviously, with the Wizards having a multitude of young players and some veterans as well, and they have a couple picks, obviously with the 8th pick going in this year's draft, but they don't really have a lot of value in young players. Kyle Kuzma has just declined his player option, and he will going into unrestricted free agency this offseason, as a lot of people will be hoping to get him on their roster. It is going to be interesting because obviously they traded Westbrook for a multitude of players and picks back for a few years ago, and now they've sent Bradley Beal and John Wall all the way. It is a very interesting scenario for the Wizards, as they really are kind of just a bunch of guys meshed together. And honestly, I really don't know half the roster besides Porzingis and Kyle Kuzma, and who may not even be there next season. But it is going to be interesting to see how both of these teams are going to respond, especially with Phoenix, because at least the Wizards have a sense of direction and they know where they are going to be heading into a full rebuild, but the Suns have a lot of work to do. And we're going to see how that develops throughout the course of the season. I just wanted to come on here and make a very, very short video talking about Bradley Beal and where this impacts the league and it impacts both the teams as well. And it's going to impact the rest of the offseason because it seemed like Miami was going to be one of the front runners for Bradley Beal, but they are super, super heavy on trying to get Damian Lillard. So we're going to see how this goes. I mean, that's really it for this video. It is going to be a very interesting offseason, and this is just the first domino to fall. Thank you guys so much for watching this really quick video here talking about Bradley Beal. If you did enjoy, please drop that subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss when I upload the newest news here on Ty Talk Sports. Until then, this is me signing off for now, and I'll see you guys next time.